Yeah, this has always been my concern about this Iran conflict is that it will diminish military power in the Asia Pacific, where we absolutely need it to deter China. As well, they're also moving elements of the THAAD anti-missile system and Patriot anti-missile systems from South Korea to the Middle East theater. Again, we're in a major conflict in the Middle East, and I'm very concerned using up important precision-guided weapons and systems and forces that we urgently need to maintain in the Asia Pacific. We could see a risk of China's Xi Jinping capitalizing on this heavy military focus on the Middle East to take his action against Taiwan.
Well, let's talk geostrategically. I mean, we just found out yesterday, and this came with Scott Besson saying, well, the straits are not actually, they're not mined because some flags are getting through. We understand that China or the CCP flags getting through, I think it's 11 million barrels. Now, I don't understand in a war aim why we're letting that happen and let the mullahs get cash to continue their war machine. But she clearly is desperate to get the oil, but geostrategically, I've been kind of shocked. He's actually a more important ally to them than the Russians. And we know the Russians have been doing, at least the reporting, I think, has been pretty accurate about the Russians have been helping them with targeting. At the same time, we are, because they're so desperate for this, we're letting the sanctions on already afloat, I think, Russian oil be sold to people. Are you surprised at how cucked she has been both in Venezuela and now in Iran? And you could argue that they're, half of his energy needs and have been major allies. And he's essentially sat there and whatever equipment they've given him hasn't particularly worked well. But she's not made any moves at all, sir?
Yeah, I did a big piece for this in the Washington Times looking at the impact of the Iran military operation on China, and it will have a major impact. I believe that if they continue and see it through to the end, China is going to be in a major hurt when it comes to oil. 90% of Iran's oil is being sent to China, mostly on ghost fleet that evade sanctions against Iran, and they've been getting cheap oil. China has no oil. They're basically out of gas when it comes to oil, and they need it urgently for their modernization and their economy. So one of the positive strategic elements of the Iran operation is that it's a dagger pointed at the heart of Beijing for its energy consumption, as well as its localized strategic efforts to expand the communist influence in the Middle East.